experience that must have been divine, because isn't divine, like, how would you describe the word divine? Like, what's the definition?
So divine is when something is superb. Alternatively, there are multiple definitions to this word. She's biting my finger. I don't know if I should let my finger go in her mouth. Oh, baby.
If you think it's clean, then it's
pretty clean. But she is a crazy. I think it's pretty clean, but I don't really know that I like that so much. Honey.
Well, then just don't let her do it.
Oh, she's biting it. She's a biter. She's happy to bite. God, she's beautiful. She is divine. Okay?
Yeah,
you are
really,
divine. Good cutie, honey.
Really beautiful gal.
God, I love her so much. So, okay. But then the other definition is that which is godly. And so what that means for divinity is when something is holy. And what does the word holy mean? Sacred, pure. But then sacred and pure can mean other things too. So all these words have multiple meanings. I think that what you're encountering is this idea that there's so much religious language in all the languages.
Is it religious language, you think?
Yeah, I do. It is religious language. But you can use... So paradise could mean a island nation that is safe and happy and that you enjoy. Or it could mean, hell. Or heaven, I mean. And heaven is a religious notion. But paradise would be the three of us with $20 million,
Yeah.
That would be paradise. And so, but that makes it just as unlikely as heaven. And this is the thing that religions... Wow.
Hi,
Wow.
sweetie. Oh, you're beautiful. Oh, God, he had just the sweetest smile on his face. Oh, can you guys just go around or something?
Pull over or click your warning lights, I guess, on. I think
well, they're interested in it too.
they also might be,
What one absolutely beautiful, gorgeous, amazing creature.
I wish we had something that it wanted.
Like yours?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, when it looked at me, it just, it just naturally...
It's a mountain goat.
Yeah, it was naturally...
A mountain goat, little baby. Hi, sweetie. And she just bites away on anything. So I feel like we need to, I think we need to do what we're going to do outside and then take her home and clean her up a little bit.
Yeah.
She needs to be cleaned constantly.
Yeah. Because she's drooling all over the place and she's,
Yeah.
her bathroom is her diaper.
I'm worried about this bib too. I feel like taking it off because it just gets old.
No, it's fine.
Okay. So anyway, almost all languages seem to have a great deal of religious component to them. So the Latinate languages, they have divine and divinity, and this is true for Spanish, for Italian, Romance languages. But also, Germanic tongue has the same kind of influence. I mean, you're not gonna find any language that didn't have to rise out of human history. And so with China, because Buddhism didn't have as much of I don't know, I don't speak Cantonese or Mandarin. With Arabic, the religiosity is built very deeply into the language, and it's inescapable. So, Assalamu alaikum is how you say hello. And that's actually saying, peace of God be with you, or something like that. And alaikum assalam or something is the response to that, which is like all that I don't know. I don't know. I mean, his way is the peace or something. I mean, it's a shame because the language is spoken by people that live secular lives that have to deal with, when religious conflict arises, have to deal with it, you know, using their blood, and that have an atheist, you know, experience through their life. And religious people have to deal with the fact of atheism because no God's actually there. And so words like divine, when they're used to describe things, are usually used as incredible superlatives. But it's kind of a shame that they are, because then the religious exploit that, the way they exploit the word father, the way they exploit the word brother. And this is one of the things I really admire about black culture, is that they say brother and sister to each other, because we're all related.
Yeah.
We're all related, little baby, and we're all related, hot mama. And so sister and brother makes sense in that respect, and then they're exploiting it, but they're exploiting it in a different direction. They're exploiting it, I think, on the side of a kind of populist, this is us approach. And one of the problems is that seems to have dotted racial lines around it. Like, and when I say dotted, because the boundaries are not firm. Some people can be brothers and sisters across races, and certainly that's the notion. But sometimes a brother is a black man, and I think that this is one of the challenges that essentially I have to face with language, is that religious language is very powerful, and yet I think that rejecting religions pushes that language back, and we want to change it. Religion's made enough money.
It's interesting though, like how African Americans have their own tone, which I never picked up because my dad was actually, you know, from Africa, and it's more of an African American thing.
Yeah.
So I just sound like my mom.
You sound like your mom. You sound like yourself, sweetie. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah, you do. You're your own woman. You really are. Anyway, did that answer your question about divine?